that double move or a double mortgage, that kind of thing, because you're having a baby. The last thing you have is money to expend on double mortgage or double rent or whatever it happens to be. So get a free offer on your house at opendoor.com/KFI. Offer eligibility varies. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Inc., license number 020-61130 in California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in its other markets. When life stores open, Open Door will handle the house. Learn more at opendoor.com/KFI.
Gas prices are high, so ride Amtrak and fuel your adventurous side without breaking your travel budget. Amtrak gets you there with more money in your wallet. Book in advance and save up to 20% at Amtrak.com. Restrictions and exclusions apply.
This report is sponsored by Grocery Outlet. Rising prices and supply chain issues seem to be affecting just about every area of our lives. But at Grocery Outlet, they're striving to bring you the amazing low prices you've come to expect. Full plate, full wallet. You can't lose.
Not all lawyers make it personal, but we do. I'm Susan Owens, mother of 6, wife of 23 years, and managing partner at personal injury law firm Owen, Patterson & Owen. If you've been injured, I'd be honored to represent you. OPOlaw.com.
When I'm having a graduation party, I want to focus on the memories, not the cooking. So I shop at Stater Brothers. Their delicious cakes are always ready, and the deli's got fresh party food for everyone. Now all I gotta do is decide how many pictures to post.
1877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S for Kids.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. With gas prices at all-time highs, now's the time to donate.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With your donation, you'll receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher, so donate today.
Contractor license 1023790.
I hate a drain that won't drain. Don't waste your time on that grocery store liquid. Call me, Wacky Zacky, the drain opening magician. How much do you charge? $80 if we could open it with a 30-foot drain snake. How often does that work? About 9 times out of 10. What about that 10th time? That's when the magic happens. Tell me. I'd love to, but I wasted all of our time talking about grocery store liquid. Don't waste your time on grocery store liquid. Call Zach and me. Go. GOETTL.com.
I get it. Nobody wants to make this decision. Makes everybody uncomfortable to say out loud what we have to do. We've heard this debate for decades now. Nobody's coming up with a new idea. There is no new idea. There's nothing you can do to stop this unless you take the person who's on the cusp of committing evil and lock him up before he actually shows up.
We got to get people that see this crap on social media to report them.
John and Ken, weekdays at 2 on KFI. KFI AM 640, Bill Handel here on a Wednesday morning, June 8th. We continue with Handel on the news, Jennifer, Wayne, and me. And oh boy, we do have a big story on a boat.
Yeah, so in San Francisco, and the reason that this one is important is because in often cases you will hear San Francisco DA Chesa Boudin compared to LA County DA George Gascon. In San Francisco, voters ousted Chesa Boudin over his soft-on-crime policies. And this is a big deal because a lot of people see this as sort of the sign of things to come when it comes to Gascon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and San Francisco is a more liberal city than is Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And they tossed him. And so
their situation on the street is even more dire and disgusting and poop-filled than Los Angeles. So the contrast between their sensibilities and what they're seeing every day is even greater than here in L.A. I think it does the writings on the wall.
Yeah, it does.
Plus, when you add in what we talked about earlier, that here in the mayoral primary, Rick Caruso outperformed the polling.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is all part of, I don't know if it's a full swing into conservatism, but it's definitely an adjustment.
Yeah, I don't know conservatism. I don't view liberalism, for example, and getting rid of the police hand in hand, and somehow it's become that way. You can be a super liberal and still like the police. You know, I consider myself moderate, and I'm really pro-police. So it's, but I think Gascon's in a lot of trouble. Like the pendulum has swung. But, you know, to their defense, both Gascon and Boudin's, one of their positions is the system isn't working the way it is now. They're not wrong.
True.
The system is broken, and so they said, here's what we're going to do. Our philosophy is let all the criminals go. Let's call criminals good guys, and we'll figure out a way of being light on crime, rehabilitation, and that clearly is not working, although the increase in crime is that directly connected to the new liberal view of dealing with crime. Is there a causality there? Yes. And that's the question I have. Ignoring Wayne, who generally doesn't know what he's talking about, is there causality there? Yes. I don't know if that's the case. I'm telling you. I know you are, and I'm ignoring that.
To your point about, the system is broken and there's legitimacy to a lot of what they're saying, which I agree with that, too. In fact, like George Gascon and I probably would be on the same page about 80%. But it's the other 20% that is the difference between sensible reform and his cockamamie chaos. Here's the thing. You can be in a skid. You can say, I'm in a skid, and you're in a skid, but if you overcorrect, you still end up in a ditch.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's deep.
That's a good analogy, Wayne.
That's deep.
Hey, did you want to throw Chesapeake's parents under the bus, please?
Yes. So, Chesa Boudin's parents, because this all started this morning with all of us wondering, is Chesa Boudin related to the Boudin as in sourdough as in San Francisco?
Yeah, this is the DA up there who just got tossed, by the way.
Okay, so Chesa was actually born in New York City. His parents, David Gilbert and Kfi Boudin. His parents were Weather Underground members, and when Boudin was 14 months old, his parents were arrested and convicted of murder for their role as the getaway car drivers in the Brinks robbery of 1981 in Rockland County, New York.
Because did you say they were members of the Weather Underground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a book there.
Oh, yeah, and then some. And just real quickly, going back to your point about how Democrats don't always support the defund the police thing, my friend who I was telling you was running for sheriff up in Sacramento, he won. He is an assemblyman, a Democratic assemblyman for years who has always supported the police, and now he won by like 15% over the undersheriff in Sacramento. But what I think that this says is here's a guy who was voted hardcore Democrat this whole time, but his support of the police is what actually got him in there. Is he was a Democrat who supports the cops.
Okay, makes sense. And by the way, the undersheriff always loses on the under and over. You know that, don't you? All right.
Here we have a lawsuit that might seem stupid at first, but it's not. The family of 4 students injured in the Uvalde, Texas school shooting are suing the estate of the dead 18-year-old gunman, which at first blush would seem stupid because what does he have? What does his estate have? However, it's pretty smart because, and the lawyer who filed it has said this, he's clear. The reason this is happening is this allows us to get discovery about the school, the police department, how he bought the gun, how he got into the school. And those are all things that without a lawsuit like this, they would not be entitled to seek. So he's not saying, oh yeah, we think we're going to get a bunch of money from the estate of this dead murderer.
Right. Especially considering the issue is, first of all, of course, an 18-year-old buying a gun, but also how the police, the authorities, the cities reacted to all this. And the city's not going to be, here's all the evidence, here we go, we're going to hand it to you. It's going to have to take a legal case and subpoenaing these documents and witnesses, etc. So you're right, it is a good move.
On the other hand, if I may just be flippant for a second, how did he get the gun?
Care.
Familiarize yourself with the 2011 Acura RL. The elegantly designed 2011 Acura RL refines comfort and luxury through a well-detailed interior and smooth yet powerful ride.
A 3.7-liter V6 engine pairs with a sophisticated 6-speed automatic transmission, and for added security, dynamic stability control supplements the drivetrain.
Acura perfected each and every component on the exterior surface. This vehicle achieves a sporty stance when viewed from all angles. Acura's keyless access system can lower windows, open the moonroof, and store your preferred seating position for added luxury. You can rely on ultra-bright xenon headlights to keep the roadway illuminated.
The well-appointed cabin prioritizes storage and convenience. You'll notice that the headroom and legroom make even the longest drives enjoyable. Acura prioritized comfort and style by including xenon high-intensity discharge lighting, full iPod integration, and seat memory. The available Acura navigation system features a new display and voice recognition with continuously updated traffic and weather information. The optional rear-view camera helps you see what's behind you when reversing.
The Bose surround sound system plays through 10 well-crafted speakers and is powered by a 260-watt amplifier. The 2011 Acura RL, modernizing the full-size four-door with grace and precision.
What is that?
Not one Republican senator has come out in favor of any kind of gun control at this point. Say outright, we should do this. Not a one. Not yet, at least. Negotiations are happening. We're going to see something. Little tiny, weensy bits of gun legislation. All right, with that, let's move into a different direction when we come up with that. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee live in the Kfi 24-hour newsroom.
And we're looking at the elections right now. The top two candidates for LA County Sheriff are headed to a runoff. Incumbent Alex Villanueva got 34% of the vote last night and says the voting in LA County has really changed.
Since everyone has a mail-in ballot and now people don't trust mail-in, they walk it in or it's kind of convoluted.
Former Long Beach Police Chief Robert Luna came in second with 25% of the vote. Villanueva and Luna will square off in November. Democrats in the state have a virtual lock on overwhelming majorities in the state legislature for the foreseeable future, but there still was some election drama yesterday as voters chose candidates for 100 legislative seats in the primary election. They included all 80 seats in the Assembly and half the seats in the 40-member state Senate. News is brought to you by American Vision Windows. Wells Fargo has stopped using its diversity guidelines for job interviews. The bank paused use of the guidelines after a report came out of its staff holding fake interviews with minority candidates just to satisfy in-house rules. Iran has turned off 2 surveillance cameras of the UN nuclear watchdog that monitored one of its atomic sites. The report by Iranian state media did say which sites. Now Western nations will try and ensure or censure Iran at a meeting this week of the International Atomic Energy Agency. A mom in Florida has been charged with manslaughter for allowing her 2-year-old son to shoot and kill his dad with a gun. Sheriff John Mina told him said the mom left the weapon in an easily accessible location.
Here, go back.
Are just one split second away from one of these tragedies happening.
Mina says on May 26th, the 2-year-old found a loaded gun and shot his father in the back. He says the gun was in a bag on the floor. He says both parents are felons and on probation. The LAPD has released video surveillance footage of a man with a gun who tried to rob an adult store in South LA. Cops released video Monday of a man walking into the store at Lincoln Boulevard and West 84th Street just before 11 p.m. April 13th and showed him pointing a black semi-automatic handgun at an employee. He demanded all money out of a cash register. The cashier refused to give him the money, so the guy settled for grabbing a toy off the shelf on his way out the store. Deborah Mark, Kfi News. We've got your drive on the 210 in just a moment, but first it's Sports with Wayne.
Well, the
Game 2 today at 5:10 with Tony Gonsolin starting. Trout had to leave the Angels-Red Sox game in the third inning with groin tightness. The Halos went on to lose by a score of 6-5. That series continues at 6:38 with Reed Detmers on the mound. And the team trying to get a franchise record 13 losses in a row. Yesterday, manager Joe Madden was fired. The Halos will have third base coach Joe Madden as the interim manager, at least for now. And Game 3 of the NBA Finals has the Golden State Warriors face the Celtics at 6. That series is tied at a game each. I'm Wayne Messon at KFI Sports. If your business has 5 or more employees and you manage to survive COVID, you are eligible to receive a payroll tax rebate, $26,000 per employee. It's not a loan, it is a refund of your taxes. The trick, however, is getting your hands on this money. It's complicated, a lot of red tape. So we suggest contacting getrefunds.com. This is what they do. They're experts at getting this little known payroll tax rebate, this refund program back to you. They do all the work, no upfront charge. Matter of fact, they get paid with a percentage of the money they get back for you.
Accurate. So it's essentially
and businesses of all types can qualify, including those with PPP money and nonprofits, even those that have increases in sales. They got my business.
Wow, it's a priority. Essentially,
it's $250,000 back. Go to getrefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions, they do the rest. Getrefunds.com.
SoCal weather from KFI. We have a sunny, hot day ahead. Temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 70s at the beaches, mid 70s to low 80s for Metro LA and OC, but it's inland where highs are going to be in the 90s today, maybe eke out even a couple of 100s. It looks like it's just going to get hotter as the week goes on, maybe just a hair cooling as we head into the weekend. Let's get a look at your drive and say good morning to Jeff Baugh, checking out now the Summit stuff this morning.
Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you very much. Indeed, good morning to you. Now, just another heads up here. Summit of America's in full swing this morning through Saturday morning. Now, all these closures center around downtown Los Angeles, the 110 and the 10 freeways. So, Wilshire, Flower, Figueroa closed, Washington 3rd, all the ramps north and south down 110, in between the 4 level and the 10, Pico at Grand. There's a lot of VIP escorts going on today, and the president arrives this morning. You know what happens when the president arrives. Now, back to our freeways. A little bit of good news here. Finally, for the westbound 210, there's a big problem. Murray was only the right lane open. All lanes have been reopened. It's real slow still. Coming away from 57 to the 605. Get past that being improved a little bit. San Fernando Valley, a little bit of an unusual problem on an off-ramp. It's north 5 at Blankersham. Just the off-ramp. Waves up is fine going up. Even southbound from that. 405 southbound. Sherman Way through the interchange, but not too bad. KFI in the sky. Helps get you there faster. I'm Jeff Baugh.
If someone asks, where should we celebrate graduation? Tell them Sizzler. Because you want Sizzler Steakhouse potato skins or shrimp share basket.
What is that? This is
Or salad bar. As a marketer, you want to reach everyone. Adults, teens, millennials. But it's not like these groups all hang out in the same place, right? Actually wrong. They're all right here, listening to radio commercials just like this one. Radio ads connect with 93% of Americans every week. That's more than Google, more than Facebook, more than TV. In fact, radio reaches 20% more millennials than TV. Want more of the people you want to talk to all in one place? Visit iHeartAdvertising.com and get AM/FM working for you. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Here in State of California's water starts with a few simple things in and outside your home. You know the Lopez family's doing weeding. Like, did you know fixing water sprinkler leaks can save 27 to 90 gallons of water per day? Or that adjusting your sprinklers to water plants, not pavement, helps the water. Let's do this, Cali, and make water saving our way of life. Find more water saving tips you can use at home and save our water. If you've even thought about taking cash out of your home, there's only one number to call. 1-800-CASH-OUT. With Spur Mortgage, you have options. Pay off debt. Renovate your home.
What's up? This is
You can keep your low rate.
You know what's up.
1-800-CASH-OUT.com. 1-800-CASH-OUT. Your equity unleashed. Strong Home Mortgage LLC, NLS number 1675638. Loans made or arranged. California Financing Law License regulated by DFI. Loans subject to qualification and compliance.
Global camera, prioritizes storage activate.
Getting seriously hurt in an accident is a terrifying experience. After you've called 911, let Sweet James Accident Attorneys be your next call. The award-winning attorneys at Sweet James have devoted their lives to helping victims of injuries after an accident. That's all they do. They are there to answer the call and help you get the medical treatment.
What's the size? What's that? Say this. Your bill's so
For official rules and more information about contests on this station, go to KFIAM640.com/rules. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Must be too sexy or twisted. Of course, to super dude.
Alright, there is a concern now after a training plane, or after a plane crashed into a backyard in Hemet, and people are saying, hey, you know what, we want you to look into this, but also, this area is a popular training spot for this type of maneuver. And so I think that's one of the, what they call it, like, and so, but the neighbor said, you know, it's scary. I thought of the possibility that this could happen one time, and now here it is. 3 years ago, almost the day a pilot died when he crash landed at the same airport.
And seven speakers. So ultrasound, very one missing.
And I soloed, a lot of attention goes from a zillion years ago. And then I stopped. I didn't even go for it because all of that, the only thing I was a bunch of milk over and out. So I remember getting clearance from the tower, and so they had the assessment, whatever the elevation occurred to take off. And I go, Roger Wilco, over and out. Silence. And then the tower guy said, we don't say that.
What are our types of his? All the disease is a bossy rusty, has it?
Well, man accused of stabbing a doctor and 2 nurses during an attack at Encino Hospital Medical Center was charged yesterday with 3 counts of attempted murder. He's being held in jail in lieu of $3 million bail. He's got an arraignment coming up on the 22nd. Oh, and by the way, we've learned, thanks to the criminal complaint that was filed, that he has 5 felony convictions, including, ready, assault with a deadly weapon causing great bodily injury, regular old assault with a deadly weapon, attacking a police officer, being a
all the brave videos,